stay disciplined. We have to stay focused. We need to get consistent, and we got to lean on each other. And I think that we've kind of wavered a little bit on that. We have our own islands, but as one of the leaders on the team, I got to do a better job of grouping people, right?
If it wasn't already the Indiana Fever versus themselves this season, now we've got proof. After a tough loss to the Los Angeles Sparks, Sophie Cunningham stepped up to the mic and dropped a massive bomb, and yes, it had Caitlin Clark's name all over it. "We have our own islands," she said. That's right, not about missed shots, not about the refs. Sophie called out her own locker room.
I think that we've kind of wavered a little bit on that. We have our own islands, but as one of the leaders on the team, I got to do a better job of grouping people, right?
And just like that, the entire WNBA world paused. Because what she said, it wasn't just honest, it was loud. Let's break it all down.
Yeah, I think it's just being selfless, right? We get these great leads against really good teams, so we have to stick and continue to do what's working and what's getting us those leads.
What did she mean? Sophie said that the players on the Fever team were not acting like one unit. That means they were not talking much, not trusting each other, and not helping each other enough. So, what's the real problem here? Let's go back a bit. The Fever were already in trouble. Their star rookie Caitlin Clark was ruled out of the game with a groin injury. The team was missing their best shooter and biggest playmaker. The Sparks came in with a weak 4-11 record. Even with Clark out, Indiana fans still hoped for a win. At first, things looked okay. Natasha Howard helped the Fever fight back to stay close in the first quarter. By halftime, Indiana even led by 4 points, 34-30. They had energy, they had hope. In the third quarter, Kelsey Mitchell hit 3 big three-pointers, and the Fever were up 58-50. But then it collapsed. The fourth quarter was a disaster. The Sparks scored 35 points. The Fever could only manage 17. The game slipped away fast, just like it has in other recent games. This wasn't a one-time thing. Against the Aces, the Fever were only down by 2 with 4 minutes left. They lost by 11. Against the Valkyries, they gave up 33 points in the fourth. And then came Sophie. After the game, Cunningham dropped a truth bomb.
You're right, we've had double-digit leads going into the fourth, and then we just let it slip. And so for us, we got to be better from top to bottom. We have to have better energy, better focus. And at the end of the day, we've shown that we can do it. It's all about consistency, and we're trying to give each other grace and patience, but at some point you gotta dig in and say enough is enough.
She said. So for us, we've got to be better. But that wasn't the shocking part. Hold on. What? Cunningham just admitted what many fans had guessed. The Fever locker room is broken. Teammates aren't talking. Players aren't united. And worse, some may even be drifting apart. She didn't name names, but her words felt like a warning shot. Fans quickly began guessing who she was talking about, and the drama only grew from there. Now let's rewind more. This wasn't the only strange moment around the Fever. Earlier this season, things got awkward during training camp. The team threw a sweet surprise for Lexi Hull to celebrate her engagement. Balloons, gifts, the whole thing was caught on camera. The Fever's social media page shared it. But then came the twist. ESPNW posted the video and gave credit to Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston for planning it. Aaliyah and Caitlin had a surprise ready, the caption read. That's when Caitlin Clark jumped in. She commented, "Yes, we went and bought these items for her. Yes, we did." Aaliyah Boston replied too. "Yes, we sure did, because that's who we are as teammates." Fans laughed, but some weren't sure if it was a joke or shade. Did they really plan the surprise, or were they just trying to steal credit? Either way, it raised questions. If even the fun moments are filled with confusion, something's off. Then came more confusion. The next day, the Fever posted a get to know about Lexi Hull. She said she loves eating A1 and cheddar. Caitlin Clark reacted instantly. "A1 and cheddar," she wrote with laughing emojis. What does that even mean? She likes A1 sauce on cheese? Huh. Some fans found it funny. Others thought Clark was picking on her teammate. Either way, it showed a growing divide between players. This was supposed to be a team-building exercise in chemistry. Instead, it looked like a team growing colder. But it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about DeWanna Bonner. She was one of the Fever's biggest off-season moves. A 6-time All-Star, 2-time champion, someone who was supposed to bring leadership.
Dee's been tremendous, and obviously, not only as a leader, she's a tremendous basketball player too. She's won championships. She knows what it is. So when she speaks, everybody listens. So I think that was a piece of the thing we were missing last year. Is we didn't really have that inside of our locker room. So just really grateful.
Caitlin Clark was thrilled when Bonner joined. They know what it takes to win. They're not just good players, they're great leaders, she said of Bonner and Natasha Howard. But soon after, Bonner started struggling. Her stats dropped. She missed games for personal reasons, and rumors began to swirl. Insiders started whispering Bonner might leave. Some said she wanted to go back to the Mercury or maybe to the Dream. Then Natasha Howard, another key player, posted a strange message. She shared lyrics from a 42 Doug song. The words, pretty wild. We're not done, still running through the bows. Who shot Cuz? I think I know who did it. Who shot? Yeah, one of my expletive. I bet not catch you chilling. That made fans wonder, who was she talking about? Was it about Bonner, the coaching staff, Caitlin Clark? Nobody knows. But something's definitely wrong behind closed doors.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we haven't shown a killer instinct yet, and that's we have had a tendency to relax in those moments instead of, for lack of a better term, go for the.
And let's not forget the coach. Stephanie White didn't hide her disappointment. She said after the Sparks game, "We haven't shown a killer instinct. We relax instead of going for the kill."
Possessions where we've been too lax with the basketball and have either taken poor shots or not valued every opportunity we have to score. We've had breakdowns on the defensive end of the floor. It's moments of mental lapses or mental relaxation that you can't have in this league.
She added, "It's just moments of mental lapses or mental relaxation that you can't have in this league." White knows the fourth quarter meltdowns aren't random. They're a sign. Something deeper is broken. Even Caitlin isn't safe. Clark has already missed 6 games with 2 different injuries. She's the face of the team. But when she's on the floor, she's often left without help. This season, she's been knocked down, shoved, and even elbowed. Many times with no one stepping up for her. No teammate is standing up. No one is pushing back. Fans noticed, and they're not happy. How can your team leader take hits every night and no one backs her up? And when fans see Clark joking online while others stay silent, they wonder, who's got her back? Even small things like comments about gifts or food become big signs. Signs of a team not clicking. Signs of a star player standing alone. It wasn't supposed to be this way. After last season's playoff exit, the Fever made bold moves. They added big names: Bonner, Howard, Cunningham. They brought in a new coach. Caitlin Clark said it clearly. The goal is a championship. Experts agreed. ESPN's Kevin Pelton even wrote, "Indiana now looks like one of the top 4 teams in the WNBA." The roster looked stacked. Clark, Boston, Mitchell, Bonner, Howard. It looked like a dream team. But now, it looks more like a dream falling apart.
We try to go small ball. But again, at some point, we got to take ownership and say no. You know what I mean? And we just didn't do that. And we're going to be better from it. We're going to learn from it. It's going to make us tougher, but we have to flip that switch. It's getting to the part of the season where we can't just be like, hey, next game. No, we got to make the correction and do it quick.
Still, there's hope. Cunningham did say something positive. "Let's go through the adversity early. Let's learn from it," she said. She believes it's better to face trouble now and grow stronger later. Maybe that's true. But for now, the Fever are losing games, losing fans, and possibly losing each other. Will Caitlin Clark return and bring the team back together? Can Sophie Cunningham truly lead and rebuild trust? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing's clear, this team needs to fix the cracks fast, or the Caitlin Clark era in Indiana might end before it ever really begins. But here's the real question. Is this the wake-up call the Fever needed, or the beginning of something worse? Let me know what you think in the comments. Was Sophie out of line or just being a real leader? And hey, if you're still here, drop a goat in the comments, because that's exactly what you are for sticking with me till the end. Don't forget to like, sub, and hit that bell because trust me, this story's just getting started. See you next time.